My mission is to fight for Israel. My mission is to fight against those who hate Israel and to protect my country. So the first issue that was the apartheid week that happened around the world against Israel. And I faced that on 2012 in a tour when I was with the Minister of Affairs, and we were in Dublin, Ireland, and we were in the apartheid week there, and I faced the hateness against Israel without really knowing the truth about Israel and about the citizens inside Israel. And actually it was a little bit hard to explain to them, to the Irish pro-Palestinian, how Israel is a democratic country with how Israel is a country of law, and how I, as an Arab Muslim woman living in Israel, talking to them about the coexistence inside Israel and the opportunity for also the minorities to involve and to learn and to have their own career and to, live as the Jewish person. And they say that I'm from the Mossad. They say the Arabs are not white, so I'm not Arab. They said that they taught me to speak Arabic and lots of funny things. And others, we could really convince them with the truth. And I asked them to come and visit Israel. By the way, in my book, I say that it's an insult to people that people of South Africa and places where apartheid really existed, not Israel, including in the US and in the most Islamic countries. And I'm very sad to see the apartheid week happened every year, against Israel. This is one of the topics that really faced me, and I fight it as much possible as I can. Another issue that I wanted really to talk about is the comparative role of women in Islamic and non-Islamic societies. And I have said that denying access to education puts women in a subservient and dependent position. I all the time give women, especially also in the Arab society, and I tell them all the time to be self-independent in order to make and their own careers and to be really independent. Because actually I fight some of the issues that in the Arab society that make this society really going more, not improving, because young boys are taught to disrespect their mothers and their sisters, which is why they have honor killing in some of the societies, unfortunately, where such a thing would be abhorrent to other societies. And I have said that education is the first step away from this persecution of women. I stand by women, from all of the religions, and especially I give them the self-independence and the strength in order to have this independence, so they can roll their own life and not others. And another topic is a political overview of Israel. And so whether the current coalition advance Arab relationships with the rest of the country or it actually works against it, they also wanted forecast whether the code can come back and what I think of the future lies of, they think of the future lies of Benjamin Netanyahu. So actually what happened, I was the first Arab woman who ran for the Likud party. The Likud party was in the coalition by Benjamin Netanyahu, and it's a liberal, social party, and they welcomed me there in their party. And it was really a historical thing that happened inside the Likud. And I always say that the left parties in Israel, they are making damage to Israel. All of the B'Tselem and other associations by the left in Israel are making damage to Israel. So what my voice may say about our brave soldiers that they protect me as a Muslim and protect him as a Jewish and protect everyone in the citizens in Israel. And I bring the voice of the truth in Israel, and they are making damage to this voice, to this amazing, truthful voice that the world needs, unfortunately. And after them are unfortunately, the Arabs, who are also making some damage, because I think they should love and participate and give the society from themselves, not to fight against their country. And this is the conflict here. So when I ran for the Likud party, I ran as a woman who wants to help her society, a woman who wants to make the gaps between the Arab society and the Jewish sector more closer. But what we can see now, that the Arabs members of Knesset are making the gaps between the government and the Arab society. What we see now, that the Arab members of Knesset are supported the people who are killing others. They are supported the apartheid. They are supported, and they are sitting in the Knesset. So this hateness that they spread in the Arab sector should be stopped. And this country who give them the opportunity to be members of Knesset, and at the same time, those members of Knesset are making damage to Israel, I think they should be shy of themselves. They should not be there, because if they were in any other Arab country, they will not have this opportunity to be member of Knesset. No other country will accept a member of parliament who are working against the same country. And when I ran in the Likud party, with the love of the people, with the support from them, I took the position number 2 in the minorities. And this was really an amazing result. And the mission here is to continue with this voice that they are trying to shut down by the terror media that the Arab sector did against me, that they say that I'm working on the Mossad, and who love Israel is a cheater, and who take picture with the Israeli flag is a cheater, and whatever. And I think it's not this way they can talk, not this way we can live together. And you can't shut down a voice that really bring the truth, especially from a woman. They want to see a weak woman. They want to stop the truth that comes and support Israel. And you know what? I didn't, afraid from them. I didn't afraid from their attacks. the opposite. It gives me braveness, it gives me the strength to continue my way, because when you tell the truth, whatever it was, you will, at the end of the day, you will win. And so at the end of the day, from my running to the parliament, it was not really politically, it was more to achieve the influence of my voice, to help my sector and to speak the truth about my country. And I think one day will come and I will achieve that. But in the meantime, as you see around you, how much disinformation and hateness against our country, and this is unbelievable. And I hope that my voice can bring really peace and light of a little bit of the truth. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to thank you, it's Robin, and I read your book, and being a woman in business and in a man's world my entire life, and reading what you've been through and how you started in your family life as an Arab, as a Muslim in Israel, and what you're fighting for is what everybody in this room, I believe, believes it. It's family, it's hard work, it's education. Everything that you said in that book, I can relate to, and you're such a minority, even worse than I am in my country, and I give you strength.
Thank you so much. I hope I can stay with you. I hope I can talk to you about a lot of things, but unfortunately I can't. I wanted just to say that it's not easy to start the journey, but especially this journey. But I'm sure that because of the truth about this journey and because of the results of this mission, I can success to bring my voice to everyone who need really to hear the truth. And I hope I can help also my sector inside Israel and to protect my country. Thank you so much for this opportunity to have with you. And I hope you can enjoy the book and enjoy your day.